Hi, I'm Joyce Holt. Sometimes I'm Mother Goose, but today I'm Joyce Holt. This is my costume closet. Inside every piano, something magical hides. A harp, a big, heavy harp. It has big, heavy strings that go up to the left. It has little skinny strings that go up to the right. Let's look inside the top. Here are those big, heavy strings on the left. And it's hard to see, but down there are the little skinny strings. Oh, and these are the hammers. You press a key and it jumps up. The skinny strings have high notes. The big heavy strings have low notes. Big heavy long strings and low notes on the left. Skinny short strings with high notes on the right. Have you ever learned how to play some songs like chopsticks? Ooh, those two clash. Maybe you've learned how to play some songs just by looking at them. Have you ever wished you could pull out some sheet music and play it? Notice there's 5 lines there with this curly cue. 5 lines there with that curly cue. Up here are the higher notes, and down here are the lower notes. You play these kind of up to the right, these kind of down to the left. But what do they all mean? Let's take a look at this. Here's my little homemade lesson sheet for music. Each space and each line represents a different key. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. If you play the same one 2 times, they're the same. That's called unison. If you step up just one or step down just one, they're called steps. Or you can use the counting numbers for them. Now, normally when we count things like we're walking, where we start at, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, but we don't do that in music. The place we start is number 1. So it goes number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. The distance between these keys, when they're right next door neighbors, it's a step, or it's 1, 2. It's a second interval. If it's one space to another space, it's skipping this line. That means it's 1 here and 1 there. 1, 2, 3, that's a third. We don't have black keys on here. That's not necessary for this. Let's just stick with these white keys. So if there's 2 spaces, remember that one's a key also. 1, 2, 3, this is a third. Well, guess what this would be? That's pretty easy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 4th interval. And it looks like this. So guess what this is? I bet you can tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A fifth, a fifth. So if you happen to know where this particular note is, and you see something looking like this, you don't have to know which note this is, which key that is. If you play this one and make sure the other finger goes up 5, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we start counting right on the bottom one. Okay. Now, if you're singing, how can you get those in your head? If they're the same note, that's unison. That's super easy. Even toddlers can play the same note 2 times in a row. Think about the happy birthday song. Happy. That's easy. Can you get this in your head? If it's a step or a second interval, the next part of the happy birthday song, the happy birth, let's put a guy up there. There's the hap. Move everyone down. Happy birth. There's a second or a step. Happy birth, be birth, be birth, be birth, be birth, be birth. There's a second. Yes, that's not hard, is it? How about like this? Do you know the song Kumbaya? That's a third, and it looks like this, right? There's a key in the middle. It goes 1, 2, 3, third, 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 third. If you know where that is, you can easily play that without knowing which key that is supposed to be. How about this? We know that's a fourth, right? There's a song that I think we'll talk about later because it's easy to play harmony down here with it. Loch Lomond. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes starts out with a fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you know where this is, you just go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth. That's a fourth. Yay! One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you thought these were different keys, you go, oh, that's 1, 2, 3. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. If you know what that is, you can play that. What song goes with this? How about the ABC song? There's A, B, C, D. Here I'm using the lines instead of the spaces. It's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Can you hear that in your head? Yes. Okay, let's learn a simple little song. When I was 8 and 9 years old, I had to play these for like half an hour a day, and I got so very, very bored. Anyone can do unison, even a toddler. So this should only take you, what, 2 minutes to master this. 1 minute. Doing the seconds. Can you do that? Oh, wow. 30 seconds would be plenty for that. Can you hear that in your head, how close they are together? And if you actually play them together, it's like chopsticks. And it clashes. Ooh, that second clash. Sometimes you like clash in the music. Because after you're done with it, a non-clashing one sounds even better. Yeah, so that's a second interval. Okay. And here again we've got, that's a third, right? 1, 2, 3. Kumbaya. That's a third. Okay. if you just play those a little while every day and you'll get to know them, your fingers will soon be able to tell. If I start on this, then I can easily play that. I know where that is. It's just a third up. You don't have to know the name of that. Just need to know the name of the first one. So here's a song I wrote a while back. Oh, first, I forgot something. Let me grab my little extras. Okay. Excuse me a minute while I get that placed. Sometimes you want to play notes that are not found on these 5 lines. This one is right halfway in between these and these. This is middle C. Probably the first thing you learn is middle C. That's middle C. I'm going to put more middle C's over here. There we go. Because when you don't actually have a note on it, that line goes away. Here's a song I wrote. And it goes like that. Here's the very first line. That's not the whole song. It goes... Do you see that? La 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 la. Here we're stepping up with second intervals. But there we go down from one line to another. You know, that's 1, 2, 3. That's a third. And there's a unison, same one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth. And 1, 2, 3. That's a third. Let's listen to that again. I think that's enough for this little video. We'll come back and we will learn more of this little song, and we'll learn more about fourths and fifths and why the people of the South loved their fourths and fifths, and they thought that the Vikings, who loved their thirds, were utter barbarians, and what bad name they called the Vikings. Do you want to know what they called the Vikings for using thirds instead of lovely fourths and fifths? I'll have to make another video. Goodbye for now.